the wheels, man. All right, guys, this is the first episode of Mr. Middletown, sort of a big deal. Mr. Middletown, sort of a big deal. I just picked up my boy Scotty the NJ Medium.
What's up?
He happens to live in Middletown. He happens to live on my same street, so this was pretty easy, man. So we figured we started out nice and simple and get it going. All right, guys, the first episode is sort of a big deal. The whole point of this show is to sort of, you know, get people from Middletown, Monmouth County that are doing big things. I don't know, I want to call them entrepreneurs, call them hustlers, call them go-getters, whatever you want to call them. But maybe shine a light on them. People are trying to do stuff, give them a little spotlight that maybe they're not getting. So today, our first episode, we got Scotty the NJ Medium. We're at the Spy House in Port Monmouth, New Jersey. Sort of a big deal for him.
So if you don't know me, I'm Scott from ScottyTheNJMedium.com. I do a little project with Charlie called Local Spirits, and he decided to take the lead and do a vlog, or a vlogcast?
Vlogcast, whatever you want to call it, but yeah. So here we are doing the first one, man. So if you are from Middletown or Monmouth County and you want to be featured on here, well, just give me a call and we'll maybe make you number 2, 3, 4, or 5. We'll see what's up.
Charlie is cool. He'll go somewhere with you that means something to you and hang out and talk. So right now we're at the Spy House, which has got to be about 400 years old. It withstood all the storms of the coast, including the last big one we had here, Superstorm Sandy. It's been a million different things. It allegedly has like 20 ghosts in it, and it's really important to the history of Middletown. George Washington is rumored to have slept here for at least a night after the Battle of Monmouth.
And not a bad view either.
So the reason they call it a spy house is because it looks out over the harbor into New York City, and on a beautiful clear day you can see straight over to the World Trade Center and Manhattan. So it's pretty special. They used to watch the ships come in and out, and the locals would be able to tell what the redcoats were up to and where they were headed next.
I don't think that house would pass a home inspection with that roof like that.
So Charlie and I were talking, and I said, Charlie, do you think that you could sell this house?
And I said, hell yeah, I can sell anything, baby.
Even though it's uber haunted?
Well, yeah, they're included, man. I'll just make sure that's disclosed. That's all right, no big deal.
They got to pay rent, though. I think that's a really important thing.
Yeah. Well, they're already built-in tenants, man. It's like Section 8, but better.
That's awesome. So luckily Charlie's not going to have the task of selling this place, because right now the Monmouth County Park Rangers use it as a ranger station, and they open it up during the springtime, and you could come on Sundays and check it out. It's really neat. I recommend doing it. Again, it's just a huge part of history, and I've been coming here since I was a little guy when it was an open museum, and now it's open for my kids to come, so it's super awesome.
It's definitely one of those trademark Middletown things where people are like, oh, that's where that Spy House is, or whatever, you know? So come check it out if you haven't, if you're from Middletown or Monmouth County.
Actually, let's go take a walk around right now and see if we can see any ghosts. Let's go. You know what FDC stands for? A ghost tour guide once told me that FDC stands for Freaky Dead Children.
Well, that would work.
It's about right, because right here, out in front of the Spy House, a long time ago, a child fell into the well and passed away from the injuries.
Look at that here.
Yeah. It's rumored that right up here near these trees, that at nighttime, if you're quiet and there's no traffic on the road, that you can hear children playing up in front. And there's actually been captured EVPs of that, so that's pretty neat.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Hey Charlie, you want a sausage sandwich?
Man, I would love one.
You know the best place to go for a sausage sandwich? Mr. Middletown?
I do. It's right here, Jersey Joe's. But it's a seasonal place, so you can't just stop at any time. But if you're here doing this, I think it's from Memorial Day till at least Labor Day, stop in there, man. They're pretty awesome. I just love that it's old school too. It's like set, it hasn't been really updated. You go in there, it's like just the old grill. The people are still, they live upstairs. It's like one of the coolest spots. So, and the food's awesome too. Food's awesome.
The food is awesome. So Jersey Joe's is a staple here. The gentleman who owns it Joe.
Jersey Joe is sort of a big deal.
He is sort of a big deal. You should probably see if you can get him on here.
I will. Try that
he claims that his place right here is haunted.
Oh, he does?
The curator of the old museum at the Spy House across the street, Gertrude, used to come over here and frequent and get her sandwiches in between leading tours through the Spy House. And inside, there's all kinds of cool clippings on the wall. We'll have to come back during open season and check it out. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. Now we have to run across the road again and not get waffled. Let's watch Charlie run. We were across the street and we saw this, and this is pretty awesome right here. I think local spirits crew might have to come here on February 6th. Yeah, let's show you what you could get. History on tap. Exciting nights of local history and local beers. Check that out if you have the opportunity. I came out and did this with Charlie because he said, you're kind of a big deal, but then we came here and I realized I'm not actually the big deal of this. This awesome landmark here is definitely the big deal. So if you're watching this, I want you to do me a favor, watch back over all the footage and pay attention to the windows, because people catch all kinds of crazy like looking ghost apparitions, if you want to call them that. It's pretty awesome. So
that building is sort of a big deal.
It is a big deal. It's really awesome to think that we're just walking on the same ground that historically George Washington, first president of the United States, walked on. He stayed in this place, which was a tavern, a flop house, military lookout. You want a piece of history? Come to Middletown. So by chance, this place is never open, especially not in the winter. The park rangers are having a meeting, and we kind of just walked in and they said we could walk around a little bit. So we're inside of this super historic house. That's awesome. Super historic haunted house. Like, fate has smiled on us today. This is so cool. And I haven't been in here in a while. And since we've been in here, they put up all these really neat signboards about the history of the house.
Show them the ceiling real quick.
Oh, Charlie wants you to see the ceiling.
Check this out, man. It is so cool.
So it's the same boards above us, pretty much, that are below us.
Yeah. And look at how far off they built these. Now it's like 12 feet on center, 16 on center. This is 3 feet. And that's why it's sagging so much outside, you know.
And look at this.
That's what they had, you know.
Charlie, make me some porridge in the old fireplace. Wow, that's so cool. I hope don't go smack me. I'm having a little fun. There's so many orbs flying around this place.
Yeah.
You think George Washington had a hamburger heated up in there?
Yeah, man.
So what's really cool is that this is the original.
Yeah, insulation and everything. The original cabin built by Daniel and James Seagull. That's the original part, yeah.
Old school, right? They just kept building on. I can't tell you how excited I am to actually be standing in here right now. I know it seems kind of silly, but for me, this is kind of a big deal. So this is really cool. Check these doors out. Don't set off any alarms. Oh, rad. So I guess since we're inside, I'm going to tell a little ghost story.
Oh, yeah.
So when I was a little guy, when this place was open with the curator, Gertrude, I walked through here with my parents, and somewhere upstairs, I opened up a door, like you just did in the closet, and I pulled a toy out, and I brought it over to the curator and my mom. They were having a little powwow, talk, and they were like, "Hey, how'd you find that toy?" And I said, "Oh, a little boy named Matthew showed me where it was." And the curator said, "Oh, Matthew is our little boy house ghost." And that is probably my first documented paranormal experience.
That's nuts.
So Matthew is very prevalent here. It's really awesome. So if you ever come in here and your little kids start talking about Matthew,
I wonder if any of the owners, you know, their kids are named Matthew or whatever, or that kid who died as well. You know?
Places like the Spy House sort of cemented my love for the paranormal. And as I grew as a medium and a psychic, I really just wanted to get more into it and learn more about places like this. and through doing so actually taught me that I really love history also. So any place that I go, I try to find historical places, not just for
the tie-in or whatever, but
but for the history. I love it. So
there's so much. I didn't know this was a tavern. I didn't know a lot of things about it. You know, I've driven by here a million times. Been in there a few times as a younger kid, and it's just cool. You know, really cool.
So places like this really could amplify who you become later on. So there's park rangers in there. I stuck my head in. I told them, you know, I appreciated they were keeping it alive, and it's the truth. I really like it. So Monmouth County Park Systems,
big shout out.
You're kind of a big deal too. Thanks for keeping places like this going.
Definitely. Man, this spy house is sort of a big deal. It sure is.
So this is the first episode of
Mr. Middletown, sort of a big deal.
And I'm happy to be a part of it. If you haven't noticed, Charlie and I have been working a lot together lately, and you're going to see a lot more of that because we have a lot of great ideas, and together we work really well. So if you're interested in doing something like this at your place of business, I want you to hit up my guy right here.
If you're sort of a big deal,
call Charlie. Let him know that you want to get on his program right here. It's going to be hosted on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TV, everywhere. So not only is it good exposure for you and your business, but Charlie also in the things that he's trying to do in the Middletown community, which is nothing short of making it better, just like the fine folks who are keeping this place going.
Hell yeah.
Middletown's a real tight community, and outside of here, I think New Jersey, we're very special.
Yeah, just Monmouth County in general, and Middletown, the whole area is just, so if you're sort of a big deal, and you want a little spot on the show, let me know. We'll make it happen.
So, thanks a lot for having me on. I appreciate it. I'm Scott from ScottyTheNJMedium.com. And you can find me.
And we're both sort of a big deal.
We both are sort of a big deal.
Sort of a big deal with Mr. Middletown is sponsored by Precision Tech Home Services out of Manalapan, New Jersey. They're sort of a big deal.